Hello. Welcome to another Wednesday here on the Five Old Gays channel. Now, where do I begin? The video I wanted to make this week is more of a, manifesto. My points of view on certain things. And I will be addressing things that I will no longer be addressing in these videos. Such as, I will no longer be talking about poop or vaginas. I don't care what the topic of the week happens to be that particular time. I will not be talking about poop or vaginas. Unless somebody actually poops out of a vagina, I won't even feel the need to mention it. Because I feel that I have talked, especially poop. Vaginas, tolerable. But, I've just talked about, I've talked myself completely to death about pooping. So I will be no longer addressing pooping. Period. I wanted to say to David, because he was the one that designed he was the one that made the avatars, little icons on our front page. I'm trying to do the pose. I tried to dress like, and I do have an outfit. I have the band. But effort. I'm sorry. Maybe someday I'll dress up like the little icon and pull one of these. But they're just delightful. And thank you for doing that. I don't know if anybody's mentioned. I don't think anyone's mentioned it or publicly said thank you and well done. So thank you and well done. What else? What else? I had all this shit I wanted to say, and it just like Michael was talking about grouchiness and crankiness and blah 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 and whatever. And 99% of the time, I am just a delightful human being to be around. Or we have sunshine. Rainbows just spontaneously just burst into being when I'm around. Sunshine, unicorns, all that good stuff. But for about 30 minutes between the point of waking up and, 30 minutes, I would rather that you did not look at me, address me, or breathe. Because I suffer from what is called morning crankiness, extreme cases of it. Because you see, I particularly don't want to get up in the mornings. I don't like getting up early. I don't like going to work. And should it be like a weekday, and you and I have slept in the same bed, whatever the context of that sleeping arrangement might be, there's to be no talking after I wake up. There's to be no touching or cuddling or, like I said, breathing. If you could stop breathing for like 20, 30 minutes while I just kind of wake up and splash a little water on my face and take a leak and maybe have breakfast, because the mere sight of food in the morning makes you want to retch sometimes. That'd be great. Now, if it's a Saturday morning, then I'm all right. Because I've slept in. And if it's a Saturday morning where we've just had, relations, then, all rules are off, and you may bask in my glory, and I will bask in your glory, and yada yada, and whatever. That's my story on crankiness. It is now 1:30 in the morning. Well, technically Monday night, but technically it is Tuesday morning. Fan hasn't uploaded her video yet, so I don't know what she's talking about on her stuff. I just kind of wanted to make mine now, so that when I wake up in the morning all grouchy and cranky, I can upload the video. That's about it. If I have anything else to say, I feel like there was something else I wanted to say, but I don't remember what it was. I'm kind of tired. I just went to the... Well, like I said, it's 1:30 in the morning. I just came back not too long ago from my very first workout at the 24 Hour Fitness. I went to work out at midnight at the 24-hour fitness. You would think working out at midnight that there'd be nobody there. But the gym was packed. I actually had trouble finding parking. And it's a pretty big gym with a pretty big parking lot. Because it seems the only 3 things to do at midnight in this town: Walmart, Denny's, and now the 24-hour fitness. I need to open up some sort of 24-hour establishment and make some money because, my God, people are just wandering the streets looking for something to do. But like I said, yeah, my first workout, I've reached a point in my weight loss because in total since January of this year, I've lost about 50, 55 pounds. But I've reached the point, but I haven't worked out almost hardly nothing. So I've reached as far as I can go with the, just diet. So now, not really diet, it's it's eating like a normal civilized human being. And the first 20 pounds of it were just kind of just like me just not wanting to spend so much money on food anymore. The rest was just kind of a little effort, and now I want to tone it all up because I still got a few good years in me left, and I intend to make full use of them. I'm sorry this video wasn't my usually funny, wackadoo stories. I'll try to do better next week, I swear. I swear. I don't like swearing though, but I swear. Bye. No, that's not. No, don't do that. That's like the Vibe Plus. This Vibe Awesome Gate copyright. I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. I don't know why this video is still running.